This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we say goodbye to a friend of the show. Paul's Boutique Facts, Grammy Hall of Fame, new Mobb Deep, Rock Hall nominees, LL working with Pfizer, an S1W movie, and new music from Arrested Development. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
All you kids want to get on and shit.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
I'll be damned. At the count of three, I want y'all to tell me the name of my DJ.
1, 2, 3. And now, here's your hosts, Bill Winters and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Robinson.
Hey, that's us.
It is.
Welcome to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 577. Once again, coming at you with your two favorite idiots, live and direct from both New York and Virginia. Bill up in New York, Jamie down in Virginia. How are you, my friend?
I am well. I got some coffee in my mug. I got a dark and stormy in my glass. And
that one surprised me.
Yeah.
When you said you had that. I've got the coffee. I might go get myself a Celsius on the first break or something.
Yeah.
But it's been a weird week.
Mm-hmm.
And the first article that we're going to do tonight really kind of hit me.
It
a lot harder than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that in just a second. It's not. I mean, we've lost friends of the show before, but we haven't lost a friend of the show of this magnitude before.
Right. Someone who was as active and involved with the show after being on the show.
Yeah. I mean, we lost Fife maybe 2 weeks after he gave us a drop.
Right. And then Kangol.
And before we could get him on. And then we lost Kangol about a month after he did his interview with us. But this one was tough.
Yeah.
And we're going to tell you who that is. There's actually two fresh in pieces.
There are. A day apart.
And we'll get to it. Really weird, too, because one of them came up in a list of people. Hey, do you want to talk to this person?
Yeah. We've got some potential interviews coming up. I have to nail down some dates and times, but the second one was one of those people that was on that list that wanted to come on the show, and we're too late.
And unfortunately, late being the operative word.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that when we get to hip hop headlines. Quiet week though, wasn't it? I mean, no crazy, superb owl and no halftime and none of that. So basically quiet,
which makes it difficult to write a show.
Sometimes
when things aren't taking place. You got to go find things that were taking place that you were unaware of.
You did a good job of getting us news for this week. So for that, I commend you. And we're going to get to that hip hop headlines in just a few minutes. Then we will also get to some woo news. We will do the one and done as we always do. Another one that I had to go back and
how far back
and look way back.
Indeed.
Record of the week from one of your favorites of all time.
True.
Remind you who the artist of the month is, as we are in week 3 of February of 2025.
We are.
And we do have that old to the new that we talked about last week that we're going to bring you this week from friends of the show and the guys who gave us the 2024 album of the year last year.
Yes. And that's crazy. Is it going to be 2025 album of the year? It's a single so far.
Right now it's just a single.
Yes.
So maybe the record of the year. I don't know about an album of the year, but who knows? I wouldn't put anything past this artist when it comes to that. So, and of course I will read some lyrics because it wouldn't be this show without Bill reads lyrics.
Yes, that's true.
I will say on the SNL 50, they broke into Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
They did. Yes.
And I said, this is how I came up with the music for Bill Reed's lyrics.
Yes.
I said, we need to do it like a Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy thing.
Yeah. And they used the Phil Hartman intro.
Yes.
which I appreciated that.
Yeah. For those who aren't huge Saturday Night Live fans, there was some really, really good stuff on that show this week. My favorite was having Tracy Morgan playing a character and Eddie Murphy playing Tracy Morgan.
And the best part, now Eddie did a great job.
Eddie did a fantastic job.
My favorite part, though,
James Earl Jones is my biological father.
my mother pregnant in Harlem.
On the set of Claudine.
When Keenan said, you guys look like you could be kind of related. You're kind of similar. And Tracy's like, I don't see it.
Because he said that after Eddie went on his rant.
Yeah. Yeah. No, quality programming.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell, if you haven't seen the concert.
Yes, I have not yet watched.
There was some really funny shit in the concert too.
Well, that's good.
Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer came out as what's the character's name? Culp is the last name. They're almost like church singers or something.
Oh, yes. Is her and Will Ferrell together?
Yes. Well, they came out in those characters and they did not like us.
Oh, I did hear that. Yes, I did hear about that.
Oh my God. And they just kept saying over and over, A minor, A minor, A minor. And I'm like, Drake if he hasn't drank the bleach. And then at the end, he's like, where's Kenny Lamar and Drake Graham? Can they just hug it out? And it's like, he called him Kenny Lamar. So
yes,
that's our lineup for tonight. Hip hop headlines, Woo News, one and done, record of the week, old to the new, Bill reads lyrics, and then wrap it up, put a bow on it.
Yes, and we're looking at scheduling fresh flicks this month.
We are indeed. Yes. We are looking, I think, for maybe a week from Throwback Thursday.
That's the potential date. Yes. So patrons, keep an eye out on Patreon for a link and more information, and we will send it as soon as we have it.
And so far, how is our raffle going for the one of one, the yellow mug? Where are we up to?
We are currently at $250 raised.
Okay, that's a good start.
It is.
We've got about 6 weeks left of fundraising because we are going to do the drawing around the end of March, I think, is going to be when we...
The Marcha, yes.
Marcha.
I believe it's the 31st, the night of, because we have a show that night.
So that would make sense.
Yes. Try to do it when we have a show, so we're already here, and it's not a special occasion us going online for a 30-second
5 minutes
draw.
for nothing. Yeah. So, with that being said, as you like to eloquently put it, let's kick this pig.
Yes.
So, if I ask you politely, would you please hook me up with a little of that Triple H?
Yay.
This is Hip Hop Headlines, brought to you by Mr. Throwback Thursday.
We'll get on it. It's your turn.
It is my turn, and my turn unfortunately starts with one of the most painful freshen pieces we have had to do.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that's closest. That's hit closest to home.
Yeah, because we've talked about friends of the show and things like that. This man, after talking with us, became not just a friend of the show, but a friend to both of us.
Yes, and a TBT posse member. He had a mug.
He had a mug. Our good friend Gene Groove Allen.
Yes.
Of Groove Be Chill and House Party fame has passed away unexpectedly.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, I told you, I was just talking to him
last week.
A week ago. Yeah, because he was talking about his album that was coming up. You know, we had played the single.
The EP.
You I said, you need to come back on the show. And he said, I'd love to. He said, I'll let you know.
So, Groove, no cause of death And
not that I've heard yet, even.
Not that we've heard anyway. And doesn't give his age. I think he was
60. There's a whole lot of 62, 64, but I think he was 60.
I think he was 60 as well. I know he's a little older than us, but just one of the most fun people we ever talked to.
Yes. And I'm not going to put any of our guests down, but he is on the Cool Kim level of guest, where he wanted to be here. He was entertaining. He was fun. And he kept up with us after the fact.
Yes.
It wasn't just I'm here to promote my new song. Holla, you know.
And we were looking to have him come back as soon as this EP came out. So hip hop pioneer Gene Groove Allen, and this is all over the place, but we chose all hip hop for it. Known for his music with Groove Beach Hill and his role in house parties, passed away, leaving a lasting imprint on both industries. Details surrounding his passing remain undisclosed. He was celebrated, as we said, mostly for house party, as well as the Groove Beach Hill.
He was also a nurse. He was a
businessman.
He was a financial advisor. Is that
yes?
In his, he was a voiceover actor.
Yeah. In fact, we talked about all of that with the similarities between his career arc, my career arc, and
except we weren't in a house party.
We weren't. We watched it.
We did.
News of the death surfaced on Valentine's Day on February 14th. Eric B. paid tribute on Instagram. He said, I got a call from my brother Chill that his brother Groove passed away. Damn. Rest in peace, brother Groove. We will continue to celebrate your life. Let the house party continue on. Thanks for the great music and movie moments. DJ Premier also jumped in with condolences, acknowledging Groove's dual impact on music and film as well. My condolences. Love their music on Uptown and his character in House Party as the drunk. At the time of his death, which we had talked about, Groove was finalizing an EP titled Bring Back the Party.
Yes, not Bring That Party Back.
A project that aimed to recapture the spirited energy of the golden era of hip hop.
Yes.
Groove Beach Hill, the trio that introduced Groove to wider audiences, also featured Daryl Chill Mitchell and DJ Bilal Miller alongside of him. They dropped Starting From Zero back in 1990, an album that blended upbeat, feel-good rhymes with production that fit right into hip-hop's evolving soundscape at the time.
Yeah.
That album featured production from Pete Rock as well as Prince Paul and spawned the hit single Hip Hop Music, produced by hitman Howie T.
Yes.
Promotional video from that album led to their memorable appearance in House Party, where Allen's on-screen charisma as the lovable drunk resonated with audiences.
Yeah, that big old can of 8-ball.
After appearing in House Party 2, Mitchell pivoted away from music to focus on a successful acting career, while Allen continued his career rapping and performing. Now, Chill, you see in all sorts of things, but Groove was still grooving. Friend of the show, Gene Groove Allen, leaving us unexpectedly at what we believe is the age of 60.
Yes.
This one hurts. The Mr. Throwback Thursday show extends our condolences to the friends, fans, and family, including the TBT posse, who he considered friends.
Yes.
Of Gene Groove Allen.
Yeah.
There's just no justice in the world, man. We've got a second fresh in piece too, which is kind of, again, one of those ones where we got a list of people sent to us, said, hey, I have these people.
Would you like to talk to them?
that would be interested in from time to time coming in, and would you like to talk to them? On that list was DJ Nasty Nez.
Yeah.
Nasty Nez was the DJ for Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He was.
Nasty Nez passed away again unexpectly on Saturday, February 15th.
Yeah.
The founder of Rap Attack, Nasty Nez. The tragic announcement shared by his wife, Lola Rodriguez, on Facebook, the cause of death not made public at the time of the article, which came through from Sportskeeda, which is where we're getting this. Right. On February 16th, Lola, I think it's Yola because it's the double L.
The double L, yeah.
So it might be Yola, took to the social networking site to share that the legendary West Coast DJ had passed away. Speaking about the artist, whose real name was Nez Rodriguez, Yola said, "This loss is immeasurable, and right now I am taking the time to grieve and process this profound change. In the near future, we will share more details to honor and remember his life. But for now, I kindly ask for privacy as I navigate this difficult time. Thank you for your love, support, and understanding." Before his passing, Nasty Nez's family launched a GoFundMe fundraiser to help him with a medical crisis just months ago. He had reportedly suffered from pneumonia, a heart attack, kidney failure, sepsis, and a UTI.
Stuff. And he came out of it. Came through all of that.
But all those things are such debilitating things to your immune system that, especially the kidney failure.
Well, of course.
And kidney failure, very big health issue in the African American community. For the uninitiated,
Filipino, wasn't he?
I believe he was, yes. Yeah. Nasty Nez had a large impact on West Coast hip-hop culture. His career spanned decades, including working in radio and founding Rap Attack Lives, giving emerging and seasoned musicians a platform. Industry legends like Nicki Minaj and Gucci Mane have also sampled Nasty Nez's music. Nez frequently collaborated with fellow musician Sir Mix-a-Lot as a DJ. The duo also worked alongside businessman Ed Locke to launch the label Nasty Mix Records.
Yeah.
As per the GoFundMe that was created for Nasty Nez, he required funds for extensive physical therapy amidst his rehabilitation. The GoFundMe helped him raise money to get a wheelchair and scooter for mobility. The GoFundMe page that was launched back in November read, "The financial strain of his medical care combined with high living costs and inadequate health insurance has placed him in a precarious position." A month later, Nez took to Instagram to give followers an update about his health. He revealed that he was close to dying when he suffered from the medical crisis, but he was on the road to recovery. He said online, "I'm in my early 60s. My recovery hospitalization ended late November, but I had more medical complications after being released on November 26th that caused me to be readmitted to the ER. Your help has helped me and my family tremendously as I get better. I had planned to begin recovery therapy at home and end this GoFundMe, but I humbly ask for your help to keep this going for a little bit longer." His colleagues like Damian Demiza Young took to social media as well to extend support at that time and also stressed the importance of health insurance for those in the music industry. And we have talked about other artists basically lobbying for health insurance for musicians.
Evening, Jason.
This is exactly why we need insurance for our artists, producers, and DJs. We need insurance for artists, and that's what we're working on. Just days before his death, Nasty Nez took to his official Instagram account to promote merchandise he was selling that would subsequently help in covering medical costs.
Right, yeah.
He said online, all proceeds will go to Beats for Hope, a nonprofit organization that feeds the homeless, supplies clothes, and will also help me with my hospital bills and meds as I'm recovering from this just debilitating cellulitis at the time.
Yeah, so he got help from the community, and then he turned around and gave help back. You know, that's a stand-up dude. I mean, it's not just like, oh, I needed this. I'm gonna call on all the people I know to give me stuff to help me, and then
he was
forget
going to
about
end
it
the GoFundMe.
Yeah,
he was going to end it.
Yeah,
and then he got sicker.
Yeah,
cellulitis is a nasty infection as well. Would not shock me if that led to additional sepsis, which I mean, I'm speculating with everything that they had listed. There's a menagerie of things that could have taken him.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just wait to hear if there's any kind of release as
just
to
like
what exactly it was.
Once we hear exactly what happened, we will pass it along here.
So DJ Nasty Ness passing away in his early 60s again, age not disclosed, but the Mr. Throwback Thursday show extends our sympathies and thoughts to the friends, fans, and family of DJ Nasty Ness.
Yeah.
Next article. Let's get away from death.
Yes.
This comes to us from theatricalpurr.com. That's a new one.
Yes.
I know it's a new one because I had to mute it. And you have called it surprise, surprise, surprise. I had to go Gomer Pyle.
Well, of course. That's how it's written.
And 5 surprising facts about Beastie Boys' Paul's Boutique, also known as one of the greatest records ever made.
Yes, commercial flop at the time.
Some albums change music. Paul's Boutique rewrote the fucking rule book.
Yeah.
Released back on July 25th, 1989, a number, the Beastie Boys' sophomore album was dismissed at first, only to be hailed as a hip-hop masterpiece in the decades that followed. The album, produced by the Dust Brothers, is a sample-driven odyssey pulling from rock, funk, jazz, soul, and everything in between. Despite its initial commercial struggle, it has since been described as hip-hop's Sgt. Pepper.
And I would not argue with that.
That is a really
yeah.
good comparison, actually.
Yeah.
A record that's so dense, experimental, and sonically rich that new layers emerge with every listen.
This is true, too. I mean, I can put it on right now and hear something I didn't hear before.
Here are 5 little-known facts about Paul's Boutique that prove why the album is a landmark in music history. Number 1, it was one of the last sample-heavy albums before the industry cracked down. Hip-hop's golden age of sampling was in full swing in the late 80s, but everything changed after 91. Why? A lawsuit against Biz Markie for unauthorized sampling of Gilbert O'Sullivan's Alone Again.
Yep.
Set a legal precedent, making sampling far more expensive and legally complex. But back in 1989, a number, Beastie Boys and the Dust Brothers had a free-for-all, stacking an unbelievable 105 different samples across the album.
Some of those, you put them in there, and you're the only one who knows it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even with this technology that catches us every week for playing 30 seconds of a song to talk about it.
Yep.
That wouldn't even pick up some of those. It would be so overloaded. It wouldn't know what to do.
Tracks like Shake Your Rump and B-Boy Bouillabaisse.
I believe it's called Shake Your Rumpa.
Shake Your Rumpa.
Oh, okay.
And B-Boy Bouillabaisse are a collage of pop culture from Curtis Mayfield to Pink Floyd. Today, clearing that many samples would be nearly impossible.
It would have been impossible then. That's why they didn't do it.
Making Paul's Boutique a product of its time that can never be duplicated. Well, back then, it wasn't required. So.
Well, it was. It's just people didn't so much know that their stuff was being used.
Yeah.
And, you know, or, like you said, be able to track it down. When you get that far into the weeds on how much of that sample was there, you listen to it now and you'll probably hear a sample and go, I didn't know that was on there, just because there's so many.
You want to know what's really funky, considering some of the great songs on there and some of the great lyrics on the songs? Number 2, this album was originally supposed to be an instrumental.
It was, yes.
The Dust Brothers, known for their innovative production, originally envisioned this album as a pure instrumental project. Their beats were a seamless, layered tapestry of funk bass lines, old school drum breaks, and psychedelic guitar licks. When Beasties heard the beats, they insisted on rapping over them. The producers were skeptical, worried that vocals would overcrowd the already dense music, but the collision of styles resulted in a groundbreaking hip-hop album that mixed the duo's original vision with Beastie's chaotic and witty lyricism. Dude, if we didn't get the lyrics to High Plains Drifter off of that beat, Without Beastie's decision to jump in, Paul's Boutique could have been one of the hip hop's greatest instrumental albums instead of one of its greatest full length masterpieces. I could listen to an instrumental version of that record.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, it was recorded in an apartment, not in a traditional studio.
Yeah.
Some tracks were mixed at Record Plant Studios. Most of Paul's Boutique was recorded in Matt Dyke's apartment in Los Angeles, a cramped, low-budget setting, which added to the album's raw, do-it-yourself aesthetic.
Yeah, it's kind of like that RZA feel.
Beasties turned the apartment into a makeshift studio, writing lyrics in a haze of creativity, parties, and a whole lot of inspiration.
And a whole lot of other things.
The track A Year and a Day was even recorded in Adam Yauch's own Koreatown apartment, humorously credited in the album liner notes as the Opium Den. This unconventional approach gave Paul's Boutique an authentic lo-fi energy that studio perfection could never have replicated. Yeah. And that's true. If that was a pure studio record, it wouldn't sound like it does.
And it wouldn't feel like it does.
Feel like it does. Right, exactly. Number 4, the album cover features a fake storefront that fans thought was real.
Well, it's a real storefront. It's just a sign. They covered the sign and made it something else.
Right.
So it's a fake store, but it's a real storefront.
The iconic album cover is a panoramic photo of Ludlow Street, credited to Nathaniel Hornblower.
Yep.
But actually taken by Jeremy Shatan, the Beasties' original bassist.
Not Miroslav Shatan?
No.
Okay.
No, because this actually has an H in it.
Okay, gotcha.
The storefront featured in the image was not a real shop. The group simply hung a sign reading Paul's Boutique over an existing clothing store called Lee's Sportswear in Manhattan's Lower East Side. The gritty urban landscape perfectly matched the album's underground rebellious spirit. For years, fans searched for Paul's Boutique in New York, believing it was an actual record store. Instead, it was an early example of the Beasties' humor and artistic vision at work. Number 5. Talking about samples.
Mm-hmm.
The track What Comes Around Goes Around has long been rumored to contain a secret sample of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
I did not know that one.
Though it has never been officially confirmed.
Well, I don't believe that they could officially confirm it because then they would have to pay for it.
The theory stems from a quick burst of sound buried deep in the mix, resembling the signature horns from the 1967 classic. Given that the Beatles are notoriously strict about sample clearance, the idea that Paul's Boutique might have snuck one in unnoticed makes it even more legendary.
Well, now at this point, it would have to be through the estate of Michael Jackson, wouldn't it?
You know what? I think he owns all their stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say you're wrong, but that's kind of funny if that's the case. Whether intentional or not, the possibility only adds to the album's mystique, proving once again that Paul's Boutique remains one of the most intricately crafted hip-hop records of all time.
All time.
When Paul's Boutique dropped in 1989, critics and fans were confused. Beasties had gone from frat boy rappers on License to Ill to experimental hip-hop pioneers. Okay, see? Cranky knows.
Yes.
And Cranky says Paul McCartney was able to buy it back before Michael died, so that's good. Could you imagine? I really hope there is a sample of that in there.
Yeah.
Don't ever send me AI versions of Hulk Hogan as movie characters again.
I want to put Pumice on this job because if the sample is in there,
he'll find it.
Pumice will find it, and he will work until he does find it.
I know he will. So we are throwing down the gauntlet, Pumice. Go listen to what we say, what goes around or what comes around. Yes. So, yeah, if they find it because we said something, whoops.
Sorry.
Next article.
Mm-hmm.
Who gives a fuck Hall of Fame?
Yes.
And this comes to us from Hip Hop DX. Hawaiian Sophie is going to be inducted into the Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammys Hall of Fame this year with his classic debut album, Reasonable Doubt.
Is he going to ask him to change the name of that hall? And that's just the other one?
I don't see anything that says so, but I wouldn't be surprised. Last Throwback Thursday, February 13th, the Recording Academy announced this year's recipients, which includes 8 albums and 5 singles. Sophie, who is the only hip-hop artist nominated, will join the likes of Luther Vandross' 1981 album, Never Too Much, Santana's 1999 album, Supernatural, which I think everybody bought because of the song he did with Rob Thomas.
Yes.
And joining that list with them, Gloria Estefan and Miami Sound Machine's 1985 hit Conga, and more when the Grammys Hall of Fame Gala takes place in Los Angeles on May 16th. Recording Academy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. said, "It's a privilege to recognize these eclectic recordings as 2025 Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy Hall of Fame inductees." Sophie is the most decorated rapper in Who Gives a Fuck About a Goddamn Grammy Hall of Fame history with 25 wins, 1 more than Pass and 3 more than Kendrick Lamar. And he's married to the person with the most Grammy Awards of all time. His wife, Beyonce, has 35. So it's funny.
That's a few.
Jay-Z doesn't currently have ownership of the copyright of the 1996 classic. But in a legal document uncovered by TMZ back in August, it was revealed that Sophie's attorneys notified the courts that once Rockefeller Records ownership ends in 2031, those rights will revert to one Sean Carter, professionally known as Jay-Z.
Yes.
So congrats, I guess, to Hawaiian Sophie.
Yeah.
And doesn't look like he asked them to change the name of that Hall of Fame.
Not yet.
Mobb Deep.
Yes.
When you put it that way, there's only 2 people that could mean, I think. Hip Hop DX brings us Alchemist confirms a new Mobb Deep album with input from Nas.
Yes.
Alchemist has announced that he is working on a new Mobb Deep album with Havoc.
Well,
And
yes.
Nas is involved as well. The legendary producer shared the news Wednesday, February 12th, while appearing on The Breakfast Club alongside 2 Chainz and Larry June, with whom he recently released the joint album, Life is Beautiful.
Didn't you see 2 Chainz?
No.
It was Wyatt who saw 2 Chainz.
They wanted to. I told them no. They did so much work, it was insane. You could just peel back layers and Prodigy's rhymes. He was ahead of his time.
Concur.
They said while praising... Havoc said while praising his late friend and collaborator, he says, "The discography is unmatched. P's legend lives. He did more than the average person while he was here, and he even left behind a lot of stuff, so we're lucky to be working on a new Mobb Deep project." Alchemist continued, "It's me and Hav, and we're doing the beats. Nas is involved. It feels great just to hear his voice again. We missed it. It's a void not hearing his voice anymore." While the longtime Mobb Deep collaborator did not reveal more than that, Havoc has previously teased a new project despite Prodigy's death in 2017. Havoc says, "I'm at ALC Studios' new Mobb Deep coming soon," in a video shared online last summer. R.I.P. Prodigy. You see AI in the background. You already know what it is. Mobb Deep coming soon, baby. Infinite.
Yes.
And then Alchemist later fueled excitement even more by sharing a snippet of the new material they were working on. And it begins.
Formerly Mad Skills?
Yes. Despite Prodigy's untimely death from sickle cell anemia, Havoc has been steadily putting together a new Mobb Deep album, which would mark the duo's first since 2014's The Infamous Mobb Deep. In 2023, he confirmed that a new project with posthumous vocals from his departed partner was in the works, and that he was also recording a separate album with Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as...
T-H-O-D, man.
"I'm actively working on a Mobb Deep album now as we speak," he said on Talib Kweli's People's Party podcast.
That's still a thing?
Yeah, I guess it is. "The family blessed me with a bunch of vocals by Prodigy, and as soon as I leave here, I'm going back to work." Shortly after he announced the news, Havoc continued to pour one out for Prodigy by paying tribute to him on the 7th anniversary of his passing. He said, "Missing my brother. he wrote last year alongside a few photos. Today marks 7 years. Feels like just yesterday we were rocking them stages and reflecting on our journey. So if we get some new Mobb Deep, I'm not going to be disappointed.
No, not
Hopefully. Hopefully. Speaking of the Hall of Fame and stuff like that.
Yes.
You have entitled this next one, Outcast, Maybe Incast.
Yes, maybe. This is, you and I talked about this, and we are not huge Outkast fans, but we're not huge fans of Southern hip hop in general. So it's not an issue with the band.
It's an issue more with the style.
Right. We prefer the classic New York sound, and that's because we grew up there.
The classic boom bap, and
yes,
because that's.
But Andre who? Andre 3000 once said
3 stacks
that the South got something to say, and say it they did. I mean,
yeah, that's on the BET Awards when he came out, right?
Huh?
And said that they were booing the shit out of him on the BET Awards when he said that. So Outkast, the influential and iconic Southern hip hop duo of Andre 3000 and Big Boy, are the duo in the genre. They helped shift the culture in the 90s and early 2000s with countless classic albums and songs that still hold up today. Now, a lot of the radio-friendly stuff, I don't mind.
Right.
I like Roses. I like Hey Ya.
Mm-hmm. You may like a lot more, but you don't have the records to listen to them. Because it's not something you're going to go out and say, I need to listen to this whole Outkast album.
Right.
Bombs
Unless
Over
I'm
Baghdad
doing it for
one of my
project
favorites.
or something. Yeah, Bombs Over Baghdad's a good song.
Yeah.
So they helped shift the culture. While rap was mostly prevalent in the East and West Coast, Outkast really put everyone on to what the South could provide. That being a colorful blend of funk, soul, jazz, psychedelia, all while maintaining the core pieces of rap intact. Boy, psychedelia describes Andre pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Storytelling, creative rhymes, and irresistible melodies were just a few of the skills in Andre and Big Boy's toolboxes.
Skills.
Over their decade-long career as a tandem, they would bolster their catalog with records such as Hey Ya, Ms. Jackson, So Fresh, So Clean, and The Way You Move. There's a lot of other ones, but you get the point.
Yeah, Hey Ya was not the one I would have chosen, but...
They are...
That's the...
on the list.
Upside down in a vase. Yeah. That's the Hey Ya era.
of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees.
Yes.
They are joined by Bad Company, the Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker,
Yes.
Billy Idol, Joy Division / New Order,
New Order, yep.
Cyndi Lauper, Mana, Oasis, Fish, Soundgarden, and the White Stripes. So there's, like I said, there's some there I would put in. There's some I'm shocked aren't in. There's some not 100% sure belong on there. But that's, your mileage may vary.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of Hall of Fame and things like that. It causes good discussion.
Yeah.
I wasn't so sure how to do this. Next one. Jada Sinastra.
Yes.
Hip Hop DX brings us this, and Nas and Jada Kiss hilarious karaoke night goes viral. Dude, all the karaoke I've done in my life, if I walked into a karaoke place and Nas and Jada Kiss were there.
But they had their own private room. So it wasn't.
Yeah, there's some of those clubs in the city that do that.
Yeah.
Nas and Jada Kiss. See, I would never do a private room. I like the feeling of singing in a bar.
Yes, you do.
Because I like to see people surprised when they see me do things they wouldn't expect. So Nas and Jada Kiss may be rap royalty, but that doesn't stop them from being too cool to dip into their karaoke bag and belt out some tunes every now and then. And the internet is here for it because the internet is here for everything. Last month, the two hip-hop legends had a night out courtesy of fan engagement platform Fanmire, where they hilariously sang some hits in a private karaoke room.
Yes.
This week, videos from that karaoke session went viral. Apparently, the two of them belt out My Way by Frank Sinatra.
Hence the title.
The two peers have a lot of respect for one another. Jada even named Nas as one of his top 5 favorite voices in hip hop in a 2022 sit down with Uproxx. And we have named Jada as the greatest guest artist on any.
Yes.
You need a guest artist on your record and you want it to pop, get Jadakiss.
Yep. Pay the money.
It took me a while. That's like education in music just to know the different sonic of people's voices, said Jada. Just unique voices for me as I started learning about it. I think Guru, rest in peace. Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as. You know, when the Wu-Tang came on and Met's voice was deep and raspy, and he just has an ill voice. He does. He's got the. He continued, big with the nasal. Sounds like he's having a hard time breathing, but that makes his cadence extra crazy. And I've always said that. I always said Biggie sounds like got a mouthful of marbles. Tone Loke's voice was ill.
Definitely.
Nas with that nasal delivery. That he says those are voices, so don't get mad at me. Jada previously spoke on his own standing in the rap game back in 2015 when he dropped off his 4th studio album, Top 5 Dead or Alive.
Hell yeah.
The project was his way of saying that he believed himself to be a top 5 contender, which he was and is in the eyes of many people. For me, like I said, he's the top 1 for guest appearances. Yes. For one, just for your name to be in the discussion is a pleasure, he said. It's a million rappers. There's a billion rappers. More 98.2% of them would never be in the discussion. It's a very, very strict number.
Yes.
98.2. I don't know if he was taking his temperature at the time and that's what he landed on, but that's what he landed on.
He just looked down at the radio station that was playing at the time.
That could have very well been too. He continued. And then another thing that makes you and puts me where I'm at is I can stay here and endure. I love the discussion. You got to be able to take it and then transform that into something. Jada's got a good attitude towards a lot of this stuff. He does. So, and you know, he's one of our favorites as far as his ability to just completely destroy a record as a guest artist.
Yes, or destroy Dipset, you
know. They're still scraping up pieces of them from the floor on that Versus. S1 Step is our next article.
Don't read the title of the article because they mixed it up. It was a typo because they say it right in the article.
Yes. To my rescue, it was the S1Ws.
Yes.
Which is a Public Enemy story, which premiered at the 2025 Pan-African Film Festival last Wednesday. The red carpet event featured a Q&A session with director Janal Toure, as well as the S1Ws cast members, Brother James, Brother Mike, and Brother Roger. That's 3 brothers.
It is.
Every brother you with.
So no rent.
No Roger, no rerun, no rent. As the title suggests, the film dives into the history of one of the most powerful and revolutionary movements in hip-hop history. The implementation of Public Enemy's S1Ws, security of the first world, who not only provided security for the group, but fought for social justice, amplified the struggle, and empowered the resistance, and gave Griff a voice.
Yes, it took orders from Griff, yes.
The film chronicles their journey, revealing how they fundamentally reshaped hip-hop's messaging, performance, and cultural impact. It also effortlessly illustrates how the S1Ws mesh with Public Enemy's music. Albums like It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back and Fear of a Black Planet became anthems for resistance, blending dense sample-heavy production and laser-sharp messages. Janal Toure says this is an electrifying, educational, and entertaining journey that captures and honors the legacy of one of the greatest hip-hop groups of all time. The motivation is to honor and highlight the example of what it means to move and exist for a powerful purpose that is for the greater good of all. After seeing this film, I hope people walk away and discover their purpose, maximize their natural God-given gifts and capabilities, and make a positive difference in the world.
Yes.
And all I can think of is, it was the S1Ws.
Indeed. It's to my rescue, it was the S1Ws.
In addition to interviews with the legendary artist, the soundtrack and score is provided by Terminator X. And includes plenty of music from Public Enemy along the way. The film is expected to see a wide release in the fall of 2025. So keep your eyes peeled. Probably come to a couple of smaller theaters, I would think.
Probably. And I'm hoping it gets a wide streaming release.
It would be nice, yes. All hip hop brings us our next one. The Indonesia defense.
It's like the Chewbacca defense, but not.
If I'm in Indonesia,
you must acquit.
The jury doesn't see you.
That's right.
I guess. I have no idea. It's the best rhyme I could come up with. Russell Simmons won a major legal battle after a judge dismissed a sexual assault lawsuit against him because he lives in Indonesia.
That's crazy.
Living in Indonesia has its benefits, not just about yoga and beachfront villas. A judge dismissed this lawsuit, ruling that Simmons is a stateless American citizen, making it impossible for the court to claim jurisdiction over him.
But they ended that part with American citizen, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. You moved, but you maintain your United States citizenship. That means you're a United States citizen. Doesn't matter where you are. Yeah, now they said he moved there long enough ago where he's made that his home.
Yeah,
but it's
weird.
There's been a lot of talk that's the reason that he has stayed there and not come back because he had these charges against him. And like, no, I just live there. That's why I stay there. I don't have a reason to come back.
Yeah,
and it turns out
he had a reason to stay away.
Had a reason to stay away. Yeah.
Jane Doe, a former Def Jam executive, labeled Jane Doe in court papers, of course, had filed the lawsuit alleging that Simmons sexually assaulted her in the 1990s while she worked at the label.
Cranky asked if he's a citizen of the world. That means
he's got that most deaf
world passport. Yeah.
Doe's lawsuit claimed that Simmons raped her in his Manhattan apartment after luring her there under the guise of reviewing a music video. The suit was part of a larger wave of litigation enabled by New York's Adult Survivors Act, which briefly lifted the statute of limitations for adult survivors of sexual abuse. However, Simmons' legal team argued that the lawsuit should be dismissed because he has lived in Indonesia since 2018.
Judge, 7 years. That's your cutoff.
Apparently so. Judge John G. Coltle sided with Simmons, ruling that the plaintiff failed to prove that he was domiciled in New York at the time of the complaint. The dismissal boiled down to a jurisdictional technicality.
There's been tons of those over the years. I mean, if it doesn't fit, you must quit. Yeah, you know.
Oh, thank you very much.
J Slide.
Since Simmons no longer Since Simmons no longer claims residence in any U.S. state and has been living in Indonesia under a permanent retirement visa since 2021. So he's got paperwork.
He does. It's not like he just fled the country after he did something and said, I'm just going to stay here. No, he's actually done all the paperwork so he could live there and run his ashram or whatever it is, the meditation place that he does. I think he did it to get away from Kamora Lee, but
more than likely.
Yeah, apparently
doesn't say exactly where at, but
no, an undisclosed location in Indonesia. Well, that's because he's not they have no jurisdiction over him, so they don't have any right to know where he is. Just that he's in Indonesia.
And that's what it says. The judge ruled that he falls outside of the court's jurisdiction. The judge noted that Simmons sold his New York apartment in 2021, has lived in multiple residences in Indonesia, and possesses an Indonesian driver's license. Court was not persuaded by Jane Doe's argument that Simmons' social media posts, business ties, and occasional visits to New York meant he was still legally domiciled in the U.S.
Yeah.
The plaintiff primarily relies upon the defendant's media statements and social media posts, Simmons' intermittent trips to New York, Simmons' payment of rent in New York for his daughter's apartment, and his business connections and bank account in New York to show domicile. However, social media posts and intermittent visits to New York do not establish a domicile. Simmons has provided clear and convincing evidence that he was domiciled in Indonesia when the complaint was filed.
He was domiciled.
During his deposition, Simmons reinforced his position, stating unequivocally, "I don't live in America. America's not my home."
So whatever laws I break there, it doesn't matter.
If I don't fit, you must acquit.
Indeed.
LL meets Pfizer.
Yes.
Now, Pfizer is the company that makes Viagra.
Yes.
This is not about that.
This is not about that.
The lip licker is not in need of the little blue pill.
We don't know if he is or not. That's not the point here.
If he is, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
LL Cool J and his wife Simone teaming up with Pfizer platform to promote early cancer detection, individual risk through the American Cancer Society Cancer Risk 360 assessment. That's
a lot.
That's a lot, and that's an important thing. Simone is a cancer survivor, and she spoke with Parade magazine about her journey. She said, after going through my own battle with cancer, I felt a strong calling to help others who might be facing similar challenges, she said. LL added, our experience with cancer made us realize how crucial it is to raise awareness and encourage others to take proactive steps in their health journey. The American Cancer Society Cancer Risk 360 assessment is a tool designed to help individuals better understand their health and cancer risk by asking questions about health history, lifestyle, and cancer screening practices. Following completion of the assessment, you will receive steps to improve your overall health and help lower your cancer risk, which can serve as a starting point for a discussion with your doctor. So good on LL and his wife.
Yeah.
And that's very, very important. I get my colonoscopies on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. As us men get older, as much as we might not like to do it, get your digital exams done for your prostate cancer screenings. I mean, you can get the blood work done too, but...
Well, right.
But blood work is only part of the process.
Right. That is your initial step. That is not going to give you an exact answer.
Mm-hmm. And now, new school news. Ming Lee, according to hotnewhiphop.com, Ming Lee, Nicki Minaj's sister, has tattooed Cardi B's ex's name on her face for Valentine's Day.
And that is enough of that shit.
And that is stupidity personified. And we will take our first break of the evening off of the back of that. And when we come back, we'll have a little bit of woo news, and then we're going to get into some music.
We are.
On Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 577.
Hey, this is Gene Groove Allen from House Party 1 and 2 and my hip-hop group Groovy Chill. I'm getting those digits. When I want to listen to the hottest throwback hip-hop songs, I tune into Mr. Throwback Thursday with Jamie and Bill. I'm a classic guy who loves classic hip-hop, and they know how to make it diesel, baby. Mr. Throwback Thursday. And please, don't forget to stream my new single release, Let It Breathe, dropping on 9/30/2024 on all streaming platforms. This is going to be a movie, baby. Diesel. Music will relate. Snap. This is how you make.
1 2 1 2. What's good, yo? This is Ghostface straight from Staten Island, New York. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. Y'all know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays, Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Deck, You God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Shimmy, y'all.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 577. That was a little bit heartbreaking hearing Groove do the bump.
The drop thing,
Rest in peace to our good friend, Gene Groove Allen, friend of the show who passed away earlier this week. And we're still kind of reeling from it. But let's get into some Woo news. We have two pieces.
We do.
First one. ROMCOM, man.
Yes.
And of course, that stylistic reading of it can only mean we're talking about Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as.
H-O-D, man.
And this comes to us from yourweb.com, EURWEB.com. Kelly Rowland of Destiny's Child.
Yes.
and Clifford Smith Jr., professionally known as
H-O-D, man.
will star in an Amazon MGM comedy called Relationship Goals, a romantic comedy based on Michael Todd's New York Times bestseller, Relationship Goals: How to Win at Dating, Marriage, and Sex. The film from Amazon MGM Studios explores finding true, lasting love and maintaining healthy relationships. Also stars Robin Thede and Annie Gonzalez, reporting by Deadline. The book, inspired by Todd's viral sermon series, spent 13 weeks on a bestseller list and debuted at #1 on Amazon. Roland and Bart Lipton will executive produce, while Devon Franklin will produce and Linda Mendoza directs. So, Clifford Smith Jr. getting the acting bug again.
Yes. And he does it well too. He's not like, okay, I will talk shit now because I wouldn't have done it when he was alive because he'd kick my ass. DMX was not a great actor.
No,
he wasn't horrible. But he wasn't a great actor.
He played himself.
Yeah, Meth actually can act.
He really can. Like I said, I've seen Meth in many things and always liked him. So Meth can work. Next article of Woo News, RZA narration.
Yeah, this one's a little weird. I was throwing some sports into the show. Actually intending, not some tangent that we go off on.
Newsbreak.com brings us: driven by one unifying force, Beats launches new Listen to Your Heart campaign featuring a whole bunch of people, including
Savion Glover,
as you've never seen on him before. Last week, February 12th, leading audio brand Beats by Dr. Dre announced the highly anticipated Power Beats Pro 2.
Beats by Apple now, isn't that?
Yes, I think so. Available to purchase globally now at apple.com.
There we go.
There you have it. To launch the ultimate fitness earphones, Beats assembled 3 of the world's biggest sports icons: LeBron James.
You may have heard of that guy.
Lionel Messi.
You may have heard of that guy.
And Shohei Ohtani.
And everybody knows that guy.
For their chilling new campaign titled Listen to Your Heart.
Not tell it to your heart.
Narrated by hip-hop icon and Wu-Tang Clan member The RZA.
Indeed.
The campaign highlights the important connection between passion, performance, and heart. While they embark on their respective journeys, the 3 extraordinary athletes push the limits of greatness, driven by one unifying force, their hearts. As the spot builds, we witness their relentless pursuit of excellence, where the heartbeat symbolizes determination, focus, and the will to overcome challenges. The Power Beats.
If it was called Tell It to My Heart, Taylor Dane would have to narrate.
Is it Roxette or Taylor Dane?
Taylor Dane. Tell it to my heart.
Okay, Taylor Dane did that one.
Yes.
What was the Listen to Your Heart was Roxette.
Yes.
Okay. Got my 90s music metaphors mixed up. But it's all about the heart, you know.
It is.
Anyway, it says the Power Beats Pro 2, designed for high performance, mirrors this intensity, offering the perfect blend of power, clarity, and comfort to fuel their training. Woo, 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 power. I've been a huge fan of the Power Beats line since it first launched, and seeing it evolve into the new Power Beats Pro 2 is incredible. Music has always been a key motivator in my training. These earphones take an already iconic product to the next level, says LeBron James. But I'm still going to sit out the All-Star game because I got an ouchie.
Yeah.
Even though we come from different sports, what connects us is our shared passion to perform at the highest level. This campaign reflects how true power comes from the heart, how we've all used that inner drive to fuel our journeys and push ourselves throughout our careers, says Lionel Messi, or some AI chat thing attributed to him.
Yes. He plays the other football. Yes.
Shohei Ohtani, probably through an interpreter that didn't embezzle shit tons of money from him, says getting to be a part of this campaign with LeBron James and Lionel Messi is really special. Tapping into your heart is important, whether you're an athlete on the biggest stage or just getting started, and I'm excited to partner with Beats to help deliver that message. Well, of course you are. You make more money than the national debt.
Yeah, and he's getting even more.
He writes a check in a bank bounce. So, RZA involved with these 3 to push, oddly enough, Beats, but no Dr. Dre in sight.
Yes, or he would be the voice in the room with them.
Yes.
None of them are going to be in the same room together anyway. So,
You God.
ooh, what do we know about you, God?
That he's still the 10th best member of a 9-man group.
Yeah, he is.
That's not a story. That's just facts. And ODB is still unalive.
He is.
Shall we do some music, sir?
Please.
We have a one and done.
We do.
As we always do. Where most of the time do.
Yeah.
But
577 times now.
this week's one and done came to us in the year 1992.
Which was also a number, but not
the number we're used
No.
to. From the looks of things, this looks like it might be a true one and done.
Yes, from what I found out in my research.
I don't see any more records from this.
MC research, but in my research, ALT on his own does have
other
multiple records. Yes.
Yes. But ALT and The Lost Civilization
do not have multiple records.
only have this record called Another Latin Time Bomb.
Yes, hence the ALT.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
14.
13, 14. You have 14?
Yep.
I have 15.
Yeah, I got 14.
ALT is also the person's real initials.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin L. Trevette.
Nice.
So there you have it.
Alex L. Trebek. But
No. Track number 1, and John's going to say that this is garbage.
of course he is, but I haven't seen him, so we're okay.
Track number 1 has over 2 million plays on Spotify
And
because
Pee Wee
people
Herman?
probably thought it was a different song.
Yes.
This is called Tequila.
They're expecting to see Pee Wee Herman in the video. There it is.
Yo, hear me. You ready to get it?
I was at the bar with my drinking team, and it was me, Jack Daniels, and my homie Jim Beam. We were kind of blitzed and we were trying to behave, yo. When in walked the soldier, he was from the fuzzy naval. We were falling, stumbling, crawling. Here came the police, Captain Tom Collins, and the vato said freeze. He said hands in the air and hand over your keys. Now we did, and that was kind of simple.
That's on par with like LL's what's the candy bar song that he does, where everybody's like all the girls that he meets is a candy bar.
Yeah.
And then and Milky Cereal, isn't that one with her dad, Lucky Charms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
It's got a good background. Anytime you put
It did.
tequila,
Yeah.
you know, it'll get a listen.
Track number 2, Summer Breeze.
Does it make you feel fine?
I don't know. I haven't heard it yet. I've heard that drum sample 1,000 times.
Cruise, damn, the Boulevards packed. My 82 Regal got amps in the back. Drop, cause that's how I roll, G. Hit the rewind on the Alpine for my oldies. And the hot
To rewind on the Alpine. Do people still have Alpines? Is Alpine still a company?
I think so.
Okay.
But nobody goes out of their way to replace their car stereos anymore, I don't think.
They don't.
Track number 3, Spike the Punch. Okay, player.
You get arrested for that. Isn't that what Russ got in trouble for?
Yep.
You can do it and go to Indonesia.
Ah.
Smelling like Indonesia.
Spike the punch, the definition of a rap jam. An MC is on the stage and I'm ready to slam. It's AOP, I got the mic, I got the info. I'm getting crazy with the hotties, slapping bodies with an info. Feeling tipsy, plus I'm getting lips, G. When I'm in a rhyme, yo, the time kinda slips me. Cause the punch is spiked up, the crowd is hyped up. The last MC got wiped up, and we don't need the coppers. It's just me, a bunch of women, and a lot of hip hop.
Frankie said
Track
he got a Blaupunk, so he didn't have an Alpine.
Track number 4, dedicated to our good friend Heather Lent.
Yes.
This is called Candy Store.
Everybody's been to the candy store. You see some get a little and some get more. Mr. Goodbar took the Milky Way to the
There
other
it
side
is.
of town. Yo, can Candy play? Candy was short for her real name, Candace. Goodbar bar was hot, so homeboy planned this whole day out, and they would catch a flip, and he tried to get a peppermint stick lick. Yo, we get a bit of honey, that's cause homegirl's nuts, but her father sugar daddy kicks her boyfriend's butts. You gotta keep it quiet or her daddy's pissed, and it all started off with a Hershey's Kiss. He had a 3-pack of sticker hats in his pocket, then he took his nuts and kicked them in.
Track number 5, brought to you by Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do?
Indeed. Which Hulk Hogan? The Spider-Man one or the Mario one? Or?
The racist one.
That's
When
all
you
of
get
them.
out of jail, head to your homie's house, yo, it never fails. Now you're at a party with your other homies chillin'. This gun's for loving and this gun's for killing. He got a 38, you know, a nickel-plated Raven. He'll sing you to the grave if you be misbehaving. Don't disrespect the neighborhood, cause homie don't play. He just did 6 in the pin the hard way. Don't fuck with him, he's from the old school.
Don't walk with them? I'm guessing this is censored.
Track number 6, Freaky.
That's Silk.
Knock, knock, knock 3 times. Who is it? It's AOC, babe. I came to pay you a visit. Let me in, honey bun. Maybe we can have some fun. Maybe you'll get lucky and I'll let you hold my gun. Not cause that's dangerous. Plus you can't handle it.
Track number, what are we up to? 7?
We are.
Funky Iguana.
Not the funky piano.
No.
Not the funky technician.
C.
No.
C.
What other kind of iguana is there? Come on.
Track number 8, brought to you by Mel Allen. How about that? Only you and I who watched This Week in Baseball remember that.
Yeah, here we go, here we go. Yeah, come on, come on. Yeah, here we go, here we go. Yeah, come on, come on.
3, 2, 1, contact, here I come. Some enhance a mansion and some come from a slum. But it doesn't matter the city or town, because poets keep tumbling, tumbling down. Reaching out, trying to hold on, yeah, they grasp it. As I advance like an avalanche in Aspen. Better go get the aspirin, the headache's fat. 1 lump or 2, 3 whacks from my back. How about that? How about that?
How about that?
That would be the name of the track.
It would
Track
be.
number 9, No Dollars, No Sense. They spell dollars, DOLLAHS.
Yeah,
No
why not?
dollars.
The question still remains, where is the money?
Yo, man, keep this out. I got pool like a trailer. I cuss like a sailor. I shop at the swap meet. Never had a tailor. I don't really care. I'm broke as a joke. Yeah, I had a single, but the record didn't smoke. I drive a Toyota.
Frankie said he liked it until that track. I think he meant the track before, but
Yeah.
but you can always skip a track on the record, and it's still a good record.
Yeah.
You know, when all of them are skips except for one, that's a difference.
That's a different story. Track number 10, One Little Indian. Not politically correct.
Tell me a story about Indians? One little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indians, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Indians, 10 little Indians gone.
Tisket a tasket a tusket. One little Indian run from the musket. Head for the hills and make it pronto.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to rhyme pronto with tonto there.
I would think so,
Yep.
considering
Running
it's
from a
One Little
musket?
Indian.
Yeah.
Track number 11, I think we're up to.
Yes.
Between the Sheets.
Wasn't that a Fat Boys song too?
I think it was.
I'm gonna have to check on that one. I think it was.
Whatever force is necessary to restore order. What is going on in LA must and will stop. As your president, I guarantee this violence will end.
The gasoline can, the gasoline man is coming to town, cause I got a tan. He's putting a cross in the middle of my lawn, lighting it up like Vietnam. Yo, is this a game? Who gets the blame?
Yeah, I want to say it was on the Crushing album.
Mm-hmm. Next track, Pepe's Tamales.
Okay, play it.
Are they made with refried beans? Because that's the next track.
Well, that would make it another Latin time bomb.
Oh, yes, it would.
Directo de la casa de Don Pepe's Tamales. Yo canto, hago mi rap, que la chingada. Dame Pepe's Tamales, más, porque...
Give me more of Pepe's Tamales.
And then refried beans.
Órale, LT, what's up, Holmes? No one's ever done a song about frijoles. You know beans, refried beans, Holmes.
Caviar, nah, and I tried it twice. I want some beans with a side of rice. Refried, what? Beans. Gotta watch how you might rip your jeans. Cause the buildup of gases, it passes all rashes.
A whole song about farts. Gotta love it. Track number, what are we up to? 14.
Last one I have.
I'm flipping. Not off the wall like Lucy Ball, just flipping.
Microphone?
Flipping, right?
Headphones. I'm gonna rock this anyway, so check this out.
Yeah. And I do it like this. I was drinking a 40 on my boat out at sea when this big old wave, Holmes, it came and tipped me. Then I started sinking, and that got me to thinking maybe I'd be treading water if I wasn't drinking. Now I'm at the bottom. I might as well.
Oh, so he's actually flipping out of his boat into the water.
Flipping, right? I had something called Untitled as the next track, and it was 2 minutes and 24 seconds
Well, it doesn't
long,
have a
but I don't
title,
know
so
if
maybe
you
that's
had
why I
it.
don't have it.
Very, very well. So we're going to stop after I'm flipping, and we're going to say that is your one and done for episode 577, ALT of the Lost Civilization with another Latin time bomb. And like you said, that's what you get when you get the refried beans and Pepe's tamales
yeah.
and do a little flipping. But you don't want that between the sheets.
No.
There is no charting action on anything on this because I don't even have singles listed.
Which means that people did look up this song, Tequila,
and think
that they were getting the instrumental. I guess you call it instrumental because it's one word.
Mm-hmm. So your one and done is now complete.
Mm-hmm.
It is now time for the record of the week. And the record of the week, we are in our we're in our zone on this one.
Yeah, zoning, if you will.
Record of the week is the fourth studio album released by American hip hop musician Guru.
Yes.
It was released September 25th, 2001. It runs 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 56 seconds long on Land Speed Records, produced by 100 different people.
Yes, because this is a various artists listing, technically.
Yes. Guru, Adam West, Agala, Alchemist, Ayatollah,
Biggest.
Yes. Biggest Score, Divine, DJ Premier, DJ Roach, DJ Spinna, DJ Utaka, E Boogie, G Flex, J Love, Pete Rock, PF Cuttin, Smitty, Stoop the Enemy of Mankind, and The Committee. This
There's a few people on here.
is the fourth solo studio album by Guru. It's called Bald Head Slick and Da Click.
Yes. Do you know off the top of your head who DJ PF Cuttin is?
Off the top of my head, I don't. I probably should, though.
Yeah, you would know him as one half of a group called Blase Blase.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay then. I never would have guessed that. Danger.
That's him. He DJ PF Cutting.
Well, there you have it. I have 19 tracks on here.
That's what I have too.
Track number 1. Not an intro. Sorry, John.
No.
Where's our money? I ask that every week.
There's no intro because Guru doesn't require one.
It's time, y'all. It's yours truly in the house. You know me. Ballhead Slick. That's right. That nigga who been putting it down for years. Spitting fire. That's right. Holding it down in these streets. Fuck the industry bullshit. Switching up from sweatsuits and kicks to gators and slacks. Spitting nothing but pure facts. Plus, I got my clip with me this time.
Track number 2 featuring Mendoza. Back to Back.
Oh, look at this. Nipsey never heard of this one. Finally got him.
That's saying something.
Collaborate with live niggas. Ready to wreck my back.
Y'all cats don't want war with us. That's why y'all won't be on tour with us. Multiply, then we come back with more of us. Back to back, rapping on this primo track. Yo, I rep death, hold the tech with the left hand, wristband, shit, man. About 26 grand.
Track number 3 featuring Ed O.G., Big Shug, and Crumb Snatcher. This is called Rollin' Dolo.
That's right. Boston. Yeah. Boston niggas be rolling dolo from state to state. It's nothing. We do this. Still no bodyguards. I stay sucker free. Still sling rhymes hard. I stay puffing trees, rolling dolo from state to state. Still drop the hot shit for you to pull out your crate. Yo, jealousy can kill, so I test my skill. Any corp I can romp and stomp at will. Now as I get my thrill, it's like my daily drill. You spill raps and invade cause I've been made too ill. You can't talk the talk, you can't walk the walk.
Track number 4, No Surviving.
About to send you to your maker. You move faker, you ain't wise in our eyes. You don't wanna lose favor. You're not a due payer. It don't matter if you major. You about to meet your true savior.
We MCs, approach with slang. This that. There's no surviving. There's no surviving.
We hit, then we sliding off. We in the wind, riding off, popping off. You whack cats will be dropping off like flies.
Track number 5 featuring Ice-T and Suspects is called Underground Connections.
Dude. I'll put a conversation. And you're in.
We got underground connections, the best ones. No stress, son. Contest, son. You'll get done. When you'll be sticking out your chest, son. Underground connections, the best ones. Contest, son. You'll get done. So don't be sticking out your chest,
so
son.
Many thug niggas rapping about to start me selling crack again. Catch me at the Hard Rock, balling at the MGM, fucking it off. I blow $1 million on craps, done spent $1 million on straps. So I'm happy to eat it.
Ice-T sounds the same no matter what he does.
Yeah.
Track number 6 featuring Tretch, Kason, and Gold D. Nickelback's No.
Yeah. BK's Jersey. No doubt. Jerusalem, the Brook. BK, man. That it ain't fair in these streets. Niggas know. He suck my DJ, get some hair in a tree. Niggas know. We on the news for the channel. Niggas know. Niggas get the guess they in the news. Niggas they don't give a fuck about us. Only if we rob a bus, so why should we give a fuck? They don't give a fuck about us. That's why I can't see trust. You fuck around, you touch niggas old. And best believe we gon' get paid. And if it's BK.
Track number 7 featuring Timbo King, Killa Priest, and Black Jesus, called In Here.
Yo. In here, in here, in here. In here, in here, in here. Yo, yo. You can smoke in here, get loked in here. Wanna bubble, cop, rock, coke in here. Fucky, bitches selling ass in here. Got all my niggas up in here.
Hey yo, fight like cats and dogs, rats and hogs. Water down, I shit, Niagara Falls. The nut buster, bust nuts at bitches' walls.
Track number 8 featuring Capital Gains and Cream.com, which sounds like a dirty ass website.
Is that where you watched that
Come
video?
Up. It is.
But Cool Kim said so.
Steve Stone. Left gun. Ball head slick.
Yo, you might find me in the green Range Rover with a mean hangover. The niggas know when Stone hit the scene, game over. You cats wanna dance, I let the heat sing for you. They beat the murder case with a first string lawyer. I'm the worst thing for you, a thug in the flesh. If you's a nigga but you bitch, I put a slug in your dress. If you think you got wins, put your luck to the test. But you can catch something hot, trying to fuck with the S. I got down for fucking.
Track number 9. No guest listed. It's just called Cry.
Yeah, it's just Guru.
What up? I got them $5 boy head slick CDs. What up? Come and get them.
Yo, come here, man. Yo,
Didn't I tell you not to come around here with that shit? Huh? Get in.
I keep my enemies close. Now I'm ready to squeeze. Watch them all cry and make them get on their knees.
Get on your knees and cry. You know the reason why. You ungrateful motherfucker, can't believe you lied. You tried to fake me, snake me cause my heart is good. I knew you would. You played the role as hard as you could. Revenge is my ammo. Black whip, tinted window.
Track number 10 featuring Tef and Don Parmesan. OG Talk.
Used to run with the older dudes, that's why I know the rules. Notice how these fools talk cats but can't hold the tool. What I know is true, I do what I'm supposed to do. Open you kids ain't supposed to speak till you're spoken to. Used to run with the older dudes, that's why I know the rules. Notice how these fools talk cats but can't hold the tool. What I know is true, I do what I'm supposed to do. Open you kids ain't supposed to speak till you're spoken to.
Track number 11, once again, featuring Kason and Cream.com. Pimp Shit.
Pimpin'.
Yo, Pete, this is the guard. Alright, the pimp guard. Try to get at you, man. I had all these pimps across country to do that skit for you and everything like that. I kept calling you back that day and I kept getting the machine. You know what I mean? That night when you was in there, I didn't get your message until the morning time because I ain't checked my shit. But you know, I'm right here with the glamorous bitch. Come say hi, bitch. Come say hi. I got the bitch here with me. Say peace to the God. Peace to the God. Peace to the God.
Track number 12 featuring Lay D Trigger and Bless, called Never Ending Saga.
Yeah. Ain't nothing sweet in these streets. Every day's a never-ending saga. It's a never-ending saga, the drama. The block's harder than lava. See the stress in the eyes of my mama. She don't wanna hear about me getting put in a cage. Still I keep so much heat, have you shook and amazed. It's a never-ending saga, the drama. The block's harder than lava. See the stress in the eyes of my mama. She don't wanna hear about me getting put in a cage. Still I keep so much heat, have you shook and amazed. It's like this everyday hustle got me stifled. It's like all I think about is cocking pistols and rifles.
It's cocking pistols and rifles.
Track number 13 featuring New Child, James Gotti, and Hussein Fatal, War Tactics.
I believe he's an old child now.
Because there's a conflict in every human heart.
This was 24 years ago.
Between the rational and the irrational. Between good and evil. Good does not always triumph. Sometimes one.
Morgan out 2, Morgan out 3. Hey yo, check it. I'm about to black out, pull a Mac out, blow your back out. New child, niggas sick with it. I've been spitting. Realest shit I ever wrote. Left y'all niggas starving and crazy like Johnny I Blaze. Life a nigga rhyming in K. East Harlem on that ass. Starving for the cash. Morgue City mask. Nigga, you get smashed. Outlaw, immortal lifeline. Only niggas doing it right.
Track number 14 featuring Killa Kane, Mr. Mo, and Pete Powers, called Collectin' Props.
Yeah, I'ma start collecting props, connecting plots. Networking like a conference, cause the nonsense is yet to stop. Police shake me down, which gangster movie you like? This is real trife, real life. Wanna get your shot in the game and earn some real stripes. Just like Feds magazine, you couldn't imagine the baddest scene. You get shut up by little niggas wearing gabardines. I'm tired of looking like Malcolm in the window, though. I'm back to strap on, slick smoking Indo, yo. I'm not gonna speak on the personal street business. As long as Mo and King and Pete witness, it's Sun Tzu Part 2. Bring your guard, you never knew the depth of my...
Track number 15 featuring Squalla Orphan and Blick Street is called Revolutionist.
Hey, how we rise above it. Think this is my man in the plate. Through the circumstances, I had to be sick. Don't even try it, punk. You'll never have no wins here. You got no friends here. Your hot pump's fair. No, you've been scared, unprepared to face the pressure when I put it on you. Blame your people, Joe. Somebody should have warned you that the day would come when the truth would set a fire lies and niggas be dick riders like undercovers wearing wires.
Track number 16 featuring Mendoza, New Child, and Lady Trigger, No Grease. Not to be confused with No Gasoline or Vaseline.
Or ass
Which,
grease.
by the way, if you were single on Valentine's and you rearranged the letters, you'd give Vaseline out.
Yes.
Got my niggas from BK, Mendoza, time is money. Lady Trigger, dissing all you pussy niggas. Plus, I got my nigga New Child, the only East Coast outlaw. Straight from Harlem up in the mix. And you motherfuckers here.
Word is here. Son, it's always that stupid motherfucker who be thinking it's sweet. Slide flame, throw the heat, overcook a nigga meat. Mendoza the chef, with recipes for non-believers. Cutting you cats down with the Nina Millie meat cleaver. The sawed-off egg beater for the sweet cakes.
Sawed-off egg beater.
Is there any other kind? Track number 17, How You Gonna Be a Killer, featuring Smitty.
Everybody knows a Smitty. But who knows the Smitty?
Be a killer with no shelling of text. You selling dreams when you sell a cassette and miss. Beef like delicatesse, I'm Elliot Ness, it's a mess. When I tell it connect, it hits. How you gonna be a killer with no shelling of text? You selling dreams when you sell a cassette and miss. Beef like delicatesse, I'm Elliot Ness.
He still didn't tell us how you're going to be a killer unless he was asking us.
Yeah.
Track number 18 featuring Big Shug and Hannibal Stacks called Stay Out of My Face.
Let's see if you can hang and bang with this momentum. Competition sniffing on the flowers that I sent them. Put them all in intensive care, send them fair. While I lounge round town in expensive gear. Twinkle in my eye, like the track, Cognac Mac. B-boy pose, knock you right off your toes. While you put shit up your nose, I'm with your chicken, like Montrose. On 40 deuce in the Doubletree streets. Showing her exactly what she's gonna be doing for me. And truly you'll see how stupid you'll be. Fucking with the VHS.
See, I like it when the guest artists take a back seat because Guru's a fucking man when it comes to this.
Yes. Well, okay. So Nipsey says it would be better with less click. And I agree. But Guru was all about putting
Helping
people
out.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, some of these people are there, Ice-T and Tretch and whatnot. They didn't. Yeah. They're there to be there with him. The majority of these other people, as you know, you
There's
probably
people
never
he's
heard of
doing
them.
a favor for.
Yeah. You probably still haven't heard of them. But Guru is paying it forward.
Track number 19, last track on the record, The Anthem.
Yes. Featuring nobody.
Yo, fuck the kitty crap. I did that stupid shit already, Jack. Many rap and talk about how they come strapped with plenty gaps and how they were selling many cracks. I take my belt off and give them 120 whacks. So many acts, so I treat them like my sons. And nowadays, you got frail niggas frontin' trife with guns. But I'm the truth like Beanie. None of y'all can see me, cause my family ties go as deep as Genovese. Ballhead to the SLICK. Wanna rhyme, take a ride down my freeway. Peace to all the PJs.
That is your record of the week for episode 577. Guru, Bald Head Slick, and DeClick. Guru and not a whole lot of singles released. In fact, I don't see any singles released off of here, but the album itself did chart on 4 U.S. charts.
Wow.
U.S. Billboard 200, this thing peaked at 122.
Nice.
Made the list. That's all that matters.
Yep.
U.S. top R&B hip-hop albums peaked at number 22. It's good performance.
It is.
U.S. independent albums all the way up to number 5. And the U.S. Heat Seekers albums, which is basically highlighting sales by new and developing musical artists, this was a number 1 record.
Hear that, Bomani?
Yeah, fuck Bomani Jones.
We took him off of those preem beats.
Yes, we
for the
did.
majority of the album.
So, Bald Head, Slick, and Da Click.
Yes.
By Gifted Universal Rhymes Unlimited.
Gifted Unlimited Rhymes Universal.
Rhymes Universal. Yes. Guru, Bald Head, Slick, and Da Click, also known as Keith Elam.
Yes.
One and Done, ALT and the Lost Civilization. Your Artist of the Month for February of 2025, we're going to remind you, is Half Pint. So go take a look at the Half Pint discography.
Or
and
take a lick at a half pint of ice cream, whatever you want to do.
I actually have some ice cream. I might go get some of that later. Before we take our final break of the evening, we do have an old of the new. And the old of the new comes to us from the artist who gave us the album of the year for 2024.
Yes.
Arrested Development coming back strong with this song, All I See Is Melanin. We talked about it last week.
We did.
And we are pleased to bring it to you this week. So please enjoy the old to the new, Arrested Development. All I See Is Melanin, brought to you by Arrested Development and Mr. Throwback Thursday.
All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. Yeah. Okay. All I see is you and you glowing again. People called you deranged, but you grew through the pain, through the change, the kinky bangs. The way you sang through the negative things, you getting fame while the enemies came with derogatory names. Sometimes a superwoman had to become Lois Lane. Sometimes a Superman had to become Clark Kent. Playgrounds in your heart surrounded by a hard fence. I get it. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is pros, no cons of jokes. And from our hair and our clothes, we white as our nose. And when we really start to flower, we truly arose. And when we showing up with power, they cruelly impose. But yo, in the final hour, our beauty it glows. And with Africa in our hearts and under our toes, we capturing our resources and make them our own. And the whole diaspora pilgriming home.
All I see is melanin. Vote, Voting Rights Act in the Jim Crow. We can make new amendments. Stoke, local election, city council, county commissioner, district attorney. That's a chief law officer in your community. Unity, we could put it into the buffoonery. Soon to be a black planet again. Lucky you, lucky me.
All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin.
Yeah.
All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin.
Yeah.
All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin.
All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. And my wife's a natural, she didn't choose a gelatin. Flying to the Netherlands, opposite of settled in. Bars, Max Kellerman, a born again rebel man. Browner than a spelling bee, blacker than a felony. Acting aggressive, hear nothing that you telling me. Unmelanated, man, related to the sunscreen. Swimming on the beach, man, you need more than one cream. One thing, speech will say, please hold a marinade. Now they putting melanin in cans of the tan spray. Enough okay, I can see it running down your leg, babe. Blacker than a band from Sudan playing reggae. All I see is melanin. Freak Nick 96 stuck in traffic, had to sit, couldn't move a bit. All I see is melanin. NFL quarterbacks, Colin Kaepernick, I'll admit, man, he more than black.
All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. All I see is melanin, beautiful melanin. All I see is melanin, melanin, melanin. Yeah.
Arrested Development with All I See Is Melanin, You're Old to the New for episode 577. I liked it.
Yeah, and for those of you who are going to go and check it out on Spotify or whatever, Configure has a remix of it on that same playlist. Yes.
So go check that out. Arrested Development, All I See Is Melanin, the new single. Hopefully we get another album from them this year. If not, we'll just continue to play Bullets in the Chamber. Yes. It was the album of the year last year. So. Older than New, Arrested Development, All I See Is Melanin, Artist of the Month, Half Pint, Record of the Week, Guru with Bald Head Slick and a Click, and your one and done ALT in the Lost Civilization, Another Latin Time Bomb. It is time to take our final break of the evening, and when we come back, it is time, as Gail has already put, BRLs.
Yes,
Bill.
he will.
Actually, would it be BR's L's? Maybe.
Could be.
Well, either way,
like
it's Bill
R's
Reed's lyrics. R's, P's, M's, yes. BRL, Bill Reed's lyrics, coming back right after this break on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 577.
Greg N.I., Greg N.I.C.E., and you're listening to my boys, Jamie and Bill, on that only classic hip-hop podcast that matters, Mr. Throwback. Let's take it back to the old school. Let's take it to Union Square. Let's take it back with my boys, Jamie and Bill, because they was there.
But it starts with Bill.
I'm Bill S. Preston. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Group words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headaches. Midol for any cramps.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics.
The following segment of Bill Reed's Lyrics is an educational discussion of artistic expression and creativity in modern music. This segment may contain explicit or offensive language. Sensitive individuals are discouraged from listening. The views and opinions within these lyrics are not necessarily those of Mr. Throwback Thursday or its hosts.
Welcome back to the properly disclaimed Bill Reed's Lyrics on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 577. It is indeed time for Bill Reed's Lyrics.
You can hear all kinds of stuff like
how I like it served. S&M on the rocks.
Yeah, stuff like that in this segment.
Yeah, you could hear that possibly.
You could definitely hear that, yes.
Because that's the kind of shit that Jamie throws at me. For those who are new to Bill Reed's Lyrics, Jamie gives me lyrics to some song that he has picked out. I have no idea what those lyrics are going to be. And then I read them. Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy style. And Jamie laughs abundantly at them usually.
That's my reward for all my hard work.
And I understand. So, all right, my friend, would you be so kind?
That's a word, kind. Yes. So here you go.
Yeah, it's I should have known after last week because you had inferred this may happen.
I did, yes.
Okay.
So we're going to go to verse 2, and it is listed.
They didn't even spell it right.
No. And maybe that was to avoid getting
a lawsuit
for it. Yeah.
So verse 2?
Yes, it'll be listed as verse 2.
Let me see. That's verse 1. I think I've done verse 1.
You have done verse 1, yes, long ago, but yes.
Okay. Oh, that's a great way to start. I know I'm on verse 2. I just read the first 2 words to make sure I was there because I don't read ahead.
And that's how I knew you found the right verse. So no type of ado.
None needed.
Sesame Street, Grover style, whether nearer or further. We will cue.
How am I going to say this first line?
The motherfucking piano.
Blood clots. Big as the fucking block. You fucking with everybody on the job. Is your head pounding from all that blood? Well, yo, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Gather up the tissues. Stick it up your hole. And don't try to act cute. You fucking hoe. You ain't had tissues. So you used a rag. You lying, dirty douchebag. Back to the problem. What she said? Bitch, your drawers is red. I'ma give you a piece of my mind, bitch. Blood's on your behind. Goddamn, motherfucker, fish smelling bitch. Looking 3 months pregnant. Go take a shit. I know you sick of this bloody time of the month. You can't get no dick. Cause your husband fronts walking around, he all riffing and shit. I oughta whoop your ass, bitch. I'ma tell you to your face. Cause I won't fess. Bitch, you go change your Kotex.
That poetry.
It really sounded like a Cool Keith thing, but it wasn't. I could picture Cool Keith writing that.
Yes.
But that was BWP. Legends of Mr. Throwback Thursday, legends of Bill Reed's lyrics, bitches with problems.
And we just heard about one of them.
Yes. And Kotex, spelled with a C and not a K, probably to avoid any kind of legal ramifications.
Yes.
Although I don't think ramifications is probably a good word to use when we're speaking about Kotex.
Tissues. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. This ready here. This ready here. This is over here. This goes over here. And now that the hat is changed, would you please proceed to take us the fuck home?
I will, because the hat is indeed changed.
Yes.
I am now Phil from Bill, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 577, brought to you in part by friends of the show, Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high-quality hip-hop themed rugs, brought to you by the original Ruggy Fresh, Marshall Fox, and his business associate, the Green-Eyed Bandit, Eric Sermon. Go check out Def Rugs and get yourself a Def Rug today.
Get yourself a Def Rug today.
Get your asses over to Google and leave a 5-star review for our good friend Heather Lent. She is the proprietor, the owner, and as we call her, of the Bittersweet Candy Company up in Schenectady, New York, where she makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and
delicious.
Without ants.
Yes.
Check them out on Facebook and order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code THROWBACK to save 10% off your order at bittersweetcandy.com. It is very cold in Schenectady, New York, so order now and your shit will not be melted when it gets to you.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure of it. So Melted Mikes, MLTDMICS.com. Melted Mikes from our good friend Pumice T. Mendola, hip hop themed t-shirts. You can order those t-shirts and save money by using the promo code MR Throwback Thursday and saving 10% off your order at meltedmics.com. So go check out those t-shirts and get yourself a Melted Mics t-shirt today. Don't forget, I'm not going to mention the Etsy shop's not open yet.
Nope.
So don't forget to visit us, MrThrowbackThursday.com. Leave us a voice message by clicking that little microphone that follows you all over. It's called Hit Us Up. We do not listen to those messages until we're back on the air. So you could say whatever you want and then watch our immediate reactions to it. So
say what you
just
want.
Don't say we put ants. Right. just don't say we put ants in your chocolate, because that's a bull-faced lie. That shit never happened.
Never.
You can follow us on our socials as well. Follow us on Twitter at @the_MR_TBT and Bill_MR_TBT, which is also my Instagram handle for the show. Jamie on Instagram, MR Throwback Thursday. That's also the address where you can view our little snippets on TikTok.
Yes.
So go check out TikTok, subscribe, and, repost our videos.
Yes.
I do it every week.
You do.
So go check us out on the Tiki-Taki, which is now back available in the Apple Store and Google Play Store again. So there you have it.
And subscribe on YouTube, by the way, too.
Yes, definitely go to our YouTube channel, Mr. Throwback Thursday. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little notification bell so it'll tell you whenever we are live and direct or when we put out a new video. And we appreciate everybody who has watched on YouTube over the last couple of weeks, because we have seen an uptick in that traffic. So thank you all very much. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. And we hope you go through and subscribe to the show on whatever podcast
listening
hosting platform that you use, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, if that's still a thing, or
Spotify or
iHeart. Yes.
Deezer,
anywhere you
or any place out there. TuneIn. We're on TuneIn.
We are on TuneIn. That's right. I forgot about that.
We're on Pandora.
Any place you get podcasts, any place you listen to music, then you can get our show. But go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Someday I'll reactivate Twitch. I think I'll go back to Brooklyn.
Exactly.
So do all of that, and then you can follow us along. You can like our Facebook page as well. Mr. Throwback Thursday is the name of the Facebook page. That's the page that started it all. We also have Home of the TBT Posse. Once you become a Posse member, you can click on that, enter that, and share with all other Posse members your coolness, your mugs, your T-shirt ideas, whatever it is that your tattoos. We have one person who has a tattoo, and Cranky's crazy, but that's why we love him.
Yes.
Pandora's still a thing. So that's on there somewhere.
Yeah.
You can also follow us every Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fresh Radio at itsfreshradio.com and the Fresh Radio app for your phone. We are on right after the All Request Thursday. Send us emails as well if you have news articles that you want us to look at. mrthrowbackthursday@gmail.com. It is shout-outs time.
Yay.
Shout-outs this week go to Gail Dunmeyer, Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Clay Arsenault, the Shrieking Warrior, Jennifer Buchanan, Jason Heath, Jessica Walker, Shane Hatley, Ahoy Mateys, it's Captain Ricky Schnarr,
Yes.
Mr. Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck, the legendary Kevin Van Buren, Robert Jeffroy, Ken Elsfelder, Win with Ken, hashtag, Kate Harvey, Catherine Liska, Wanda Calamia, and Lion Linwoodell, who did not join us this week, which is surprisingly. They get announced every week because
I got 5 on it.
Or more.
You want to get your name mentioned every week? Become a patron. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT, MrThrowbackThursday.com. Click the little link that says become a patron, or start your own show and talk about yourself as much as you want. Don't forget our friends in the industry. As always, check out 1980s Now, Will, Cat, and John. Check out Anthony, Imran, and Rug Boy over at Jock and Nerd Podcast. Check out Talking Thai on What's the Word Podcast with Brooklyn Thai NYC. The hardest working turntablist in the world, DJ B, on It's Fresh Radio. Get that Fresh Radio app for your phone. We're also on Wild One Radio at wildoneradio.com, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
Do not forget to subscribe, rate, review, no 1-star reviews, you can go to Google and leave us 5-star reviews too. I'm sure we have, we're on Google Play. So
that should be a thing.
So that should be a thing. So you can leave us 5-star reviews if you'd like. Yeah. If you're going to leave a 1-star review, at least give us a reason why. We have one person on Apple Podcasts who left us a 1-star review and didn't say anything as to why.
10 years ago.
So they can eat a big fat dick. Maybe a dick-shaped chocolate from Bittersweet Candy Company.
Go. They don't deserve
without ants. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. Go find us, share the good word, take good care of yourselves, wash your hands,
wash your butt.
And until next time, keep it classic.
And like Cool Keith said, Old English aluminum can tall. Girls smile when I walk with alligators through the mall.
And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.
That's fresh. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Yo, that's fresh. Well, I was walking through